What's up? This is Wylie the werewolf again. And tonight, what I'd like to talk to you about is something that's called coordinate graphing. Now, coordinate graphing is where you might take a map or you might take a grid and locate different points on it using an X and a Y axis. And I'll explain that in a moment. I have an example here for you. Grab the paper. This is a grid, and on this grid are different animals, different sea creatures that we need to locate together. So go ahead, stick with me as we get it. Let's go in, up. Excellent. Looks great. All right, so let me zoom in a little more. Getting it working. Better. All right, so what this grid has is it has a point in the corner that is 0. Must remember that 0 goes that way and 0 comes down too. So that corner right there is a ordered pair, if anyone ever asks you, of 0, 0. Those are zeros. Can you tell? No. All right. So in the very corner, that is 0, 0. Now, some things that you need to remember on the bottom row, on the bottom, when I was a little pup, I crawled all the time. And remember, me crawling is an x-axis. All right, so I'm at the bottom, I'm crawling, I'm getting my food, I'm playing with my friends, I'm behaving as much as I can. And so when I grew up, that's the y-axis. There, you can't see it. There you go. So there's the y-axis. Let me bring it up. Excellent. So when I was little, crawling, eating food, hanging out with my friends, behaving as much as I could, then I grew up and I was able to stand and get my food and play with my friends, and I was a little more of a handful. But what you need to do, remember, is that you got X on the bottom, Y on the side. Also, remember X, Y when you think about an ordered pair. The first number is going to be your x-axis. The second one is going to be your y. Now think about your alphabet. Go ahead and sing it with me. No, sing it by yourself. X comes first before y. So let's look at this question down here. It says, look at the graph and write the ordered pair from each sea creature. So the first thing we need to do is we need to locate this whale. It's actually a killer whale, I believe. And so what you're going to do is you're going to go over on the X first. Remember, we always go on the X first. Let me bring it up a little bit. Up, back. Excellent. Excellent. So what you'll do is you'll go over 1. You see the whales there? So all I'm going to do is I'm going to go from that 0 over to 1. And so my first number, because it's the X on the bottom, is going to be a 1. And so I'm going to come over 1 and I'm going to go up past the shark, keep going, and then I'm going to intersect with the 5. So right there is my whale, 1, 5. So remember, that second number is going to be, and that's a 5, that second number is going to be your y-axis. So let's go over to this little fish here that no one wants to eat, this little fish. So the little fish, you still start on the x-axis on the bottom, and you go over and you find the number 7. And 7's your first number on the x-axis. Then how far are you going to come up? Well, you went over 7. Now you're going to come up just the 1. And you'll be right on 1 waiting for you. So you got 7, 1. X-axis, y-axis. X, Y. X, Y. You need to memorize those. Now sometimes you'll just have an ordered pair. Let me go ahead and bring this camera down a little more. Let's see how this looks. Down. Not too bad. So this ordered pair right here on number 1 says 1, 1. So we need to find what sea creature is on 1, 1. So we go ahead and bring the map here, and it's a shark, an awesome shark. I love the shark. It's similar to me. All right, so you're going to go over 1, come up 1, then you're going to meet in the middle. You see how I'm meeting in the middle? Meeting in the middle. Meet. Meet this. The word meet makes me hungry. And right there is a shark. So what I'm going to do is come down here, grab the pen the right way, marker, and shark. S-H-A-R-K. So I got a shark. Now let's go over to this one. It says right here, 7, 7. 7, 7. So let's first find 7 on the bottom. Let me bring it up a little bit. Up. Back. All right. So I want you to find 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. All right. So 7's off the board a little. So find that 7. Go up 7. And you can even count too if you want to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there's a squid type creature. And you could double check it because coming over 7, going down 7, will give you your squid. So let's go ahead and write squid in here to 7, 7. S-Q-U-I-D. Well, I quickly got to go. The moon's getting ready to change again. Only enjoy the full moon. Don't know why. But just some things up that I want you to remember is that X is on the bottom. X. Crawl first. Then you stand up. Y. Remember, X comes before Y in your ordered pair too. X, Y. X, Y. Leave the little fish alone. Well, hopefully you understood a little bit of what I've taught you, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. And we will see you very shortly. Gotta head out. Take care. Arrgh.